Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. And in today's video, I am going to be working a bit more on this animated short that I've been working on off and on here and there when I have time. So last we left off, I believe I was right about here when I ended my last stream. And so now I have completed all of this. I did have to go back and sort of prepare this frame for when I animate, for when I break up my animation and I do different segments. So I wanted to quickly rough hand that before going back in and finishing it off with this. So this is the progress I've made thus far, and now I just need to finish up the rest of these frames. Well, I need to add them first. So give me 1 second to insert these while I talk a little bit. Animation is such a time consuming process, but in the same vein, it's also very fun and exciting. And it's actually kind of interesting because I found myself scrolling through YouTube Shorts. I don't really go on TikTok that much, but I did go on YouTube Shorts, and I see many different animators and stuff on YouTube Shorts, and like they're so good and talented and amazing. And sometimes I think, am I ever going to be like them? And then I have to catch myself and I have to say, no, you're not going to be like them, but you are going to have your own style and your own method of doing things. And so that's really what I have to learn to do. Oh, if you guys are wondering why the stream started so early, I'm actually testing out a new thing where I try to stream a bit earlier because, at least on my Tuesdays, I find myself having trouble with getting to work and then of streaming and then getting to work because I work at 2 p.m. So I have to so today is like an experimental stream where I try and see if I can do some things better. I don't know why the brush is so shaky right now. Actually, I need to erase this because her hand is supposed to be right there. It looks like I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. I am back. Sorry for the wait. So my birthday is in August, August 15th. Happy birthday, me. And I'm going to Wilmington. This is a bit of a tangent, but my mom was calling me about hotel reservations. So I'm going to Wilmington for my birthday. Uh, ooh, that's. And Animate wants to misbehave. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, yes, I'm going to Wilmington for my birthday. And I do plan on hosting a very special live stream once I get back. It's gonna be like my Road to 500 or Road to 1,000, I don't know, streamer a thon or whatever. And I'm just gonna keep the live stream up until I reach like 1,000 subscribers. So that's gonna be very fun. That's gonna be just very awesome. And I'm just gonna have a nice time. I'm gonna chill out. I'm going to enjoy myself. So yeah, I just plan on enjoying myself and having a nice time. Though what I do hope for is I kind of hope that I can get a new job either like close to my birthday or maybe even after my birthday, so then I can just be in a better position. Cause Lord have mercy, that retail is wild as hell. And I was actually doing some research online. When I say research online, I was mainly scrolling through like Twitter. Even though it's called X now, I think I'm still gonna call it Twitter, at least here and there. So I was scrolling through Twitter and I was about to make like a tweet about it, about how like, oh, I'm a college graduate working in retail, and like I did a search and I'm like, there's a lot of other college graduates that are working in retail. Like that's wild. That's crazy. Like I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, cause like we get told like, oh, go to college, choose something you're passionate in, choose like a good major, something that you love, so that won't feel like work. And like we did that, and now we're just stuck doing the same thing that we spent years to avoid. And then nobody's hiring, or people are being like very picky choosy and want like college graduates with 5, 10 years of work experience, even though they need an entry level job to get that work. It's it's wild, it's crazy, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm already working on a video talking about it, sort of like a mini video essay, sort of short thing to sort of like raise the hopes of other Gen Zers and people in my like age range, because these are issues that we face and have to deal with. Because in many ways, I mean, like, I hope I don't sound entitled when I say this, but it is kind of unfair to try so hard, to work so hard for something, and then, nothing happens and nothing comes for you. It's almost maddening how things can just really go to shit and go to BS. I could say, oh, that's life, but life doesn't need to be this way. And the wild thing is, I see potential. If I'm being completely honest, like I see potential. I see ways that the world can be better. Things can get done better and people can do better. And it's just for some reason it's like nobody wants things to get better. So, and I do think what we as a generation need to do now is not just sit back and consign ourselves to our fate, but what we really need to do is support each other. Like We are the worst generation. We are the downtrodden. Like, nobody's out for us. So why can't we take a chance on each other? Like, why can't we support each other? And it doesn't have to be financially, but just, leave likes, subscribe and follow each other, like uplift our own businesses instead of waiting on us to finally be hired by some company, which may never come. Why don't we open our own businesses? Why don't we crowdfund, crowdsource, you know, back ourselves, back each other, and others like us who are going through this hardship? I mean, look at the writer strike that's going on over in Hollywood right now, and how there are so many different writers and actors and artists who are just going through it right now, and they don't like the wages that they're being dealt, and they want more residual checks. Like, instead of begging a company for, you know, giving them residuals, like, why don't they start their own studio? They can do that. They have the power to do that. Like, they're writers, they're actors, there's so many of them. And I'm pretty sure that they haven't been spending up their money, that, they're wise and smart. I mean, like, they're far older. They're likely far older than me. And they've been in the industry longer. Like, they can pull their money together. They can back their own studios, because that's really what needs to happen. Is we need to decentralize a lot of these companies and a lot of these services from their powerhouses, like Hollywood. And I know I'm talking about Hollywood and media entertainment a lot, but that's just because I'm an animator, and again, I'm an animator that hasn't found any work. So when I say this, I'm saying that, from an animator's perspective, of we can open our own industries. Like, we can expand, we can decentralize from places like Hollywood. We can have more and do more, and there won't be any issues. There won't be any long lasting, long term negative impacts. Like, there are entire series going on YouTube alone, of like animators and artists and other actors, independent films, independent productions, where they are hosting them on YouTube and doing all this stuff, like, with private and other different platforms. Like, it is definitely doable. It's definitely possible. You don't have to be dependent on one service and one group. You can be more. You can do more, and that's the beautiful thing. Is the world can definitely be better. It just takes people pushing and trying. I think there must be something wrong with my drawing tablet's drivers, because they keep sort of like, they're okay. So you guys aren't able to see it, but essentially, whenever I hold the side button on my drawing pen, there's sort of like this gray ring that pops up, and that's sort of like my right click button, and it causes the pad to go wonky, where I can't properly click things and click items. So right now my I have my side button on my drawing pen set to the hand tool. so then I can move and tumble around my different programs instead of constantly moving over to the instead of constantly moving over to the like this little thing, the side scroller, so that I can easily navigate my art. But for some reason, and it's once in a while, it's not all the time, but like once in a while, it'll just go wonky and start glitching out. And then I have to close the window, or I have to like minimize the window and click something else that isn't in frame to get it back to normal. Which, yeah, I definitely think that's some sort of driver's issue. Oh, yeah, what was I saying? Decentralization. Okay, so I am just a random nobody on YouTube. Like, I only have, what, 317 subscribers? I don't have enough. But if you guys listen to me, if by the grace of God that this stream blows up and there's like 50 or 100 people who just start watching this, and you've gotten to this point and you've gotten to this 25-minute mark, listen to me when I say that it is time you decentralize. It is time you get out of there now. Like, open your own businesses. Like, the United States is 50 states with so much land. There are building projects going on in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I stay at. There's stuff going on everywhere, anywhere and everywhere you can look. Like, for real, there's so much shit going on there, and that's just where I live at. Like, Virginia is going through building right now. The 13 colonies, from, like, the 13 colonies that you learned in middle school or high school about, like, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Connecticut, those, like, the eastern states. Yeah, like, those are coming up, and those are being built, like, right now. There is definitely potential for some writer or some whiz, or even like someone who is known, or someone who even isn't known. Like, they can build their own studio, they can build their own industry anywhere around the US, and it'll pop off, it'll take off. Like, for real, you guys can go anywhere. Why are you centralized in Hollywood? Like, why do you feel the need to be in Hollywood? And I guess, and it does make sense why you guys would be in Hollywood, because it is good to have, everything there. But the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. Okay, look at how Hollywood is right now. Like, there's an unemployment crisis. There's a homelessness crisis. The cost of living in Hollywood and California in general is just horrible. Like, y'all need to get out of there. Like, I'm just warning y'all. Like, you need to get out of there. You need to leave. You need to run. Run while you still got the chance. Run while you still got your money. Okay. Things are getting built in Raleigh every single day. Come to Raleigh. Like, There are some film studios over here too. Like come to Raleigh. I know I'm just a random guy on the internet, but if come to Raleigh, like we got plenty of space, and the people over here are nice. The food is good. It's a country town, okay? So you guys can't do whatever you want here, but Raleigh is full of like nice and respectful and genuinely kind people. Like you guys can leave. You're not no nobody's holding you at gunpoint, okay? I hope nobody's holding you guys hostage. And shoot, Mr. Beast is down in Greenville. I went to East Carolina University. Mr. Beast is over in Greensville, and he always has something going on there. Go to Greenville. Go to Richmond, Virginia. Go to Holly. Go to what's it called? Not Holly Springs. Holly Springs is where crazy people are. Hopewell. Go to Hopewell, Virginia. Go to Williamsburg, Virginia. The Queen came down to Williamsburg. Shoot, like you don't have to stay in New York. You don't have to stay in Florida. You don't have to stay in Hollywood. You don't have to stay in California. Expand your horizons. Go out, explore, do something else. Like y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Like that's just what. Some of you folks are just. You you don't have to be crazy. I'm just saying that right now. Like you can expand your horizons. You can leave if you really want to. And it may take some work. It may take a while, but leave Hollywood. Get up out of there. Like if you have a dream, and nobody is nobody's taking advantage of your potential, or nobody's taking a chance on you, you need to take a chance on yourself. Okay, you need to build your own self up. You need to build your own communities and just go ham that way. And make a living, build up your own industry with your own friends and families and people you've networked with. Build a network, talk to people, get into contact with people that you know or that you like, and work together to build your own industries. You could be an animator, but then your buddy, he can have his own film studio that's literally like the block over. Or you could be a actor and you could have your own acting firm, and then you have buddies and groups with like videographers and like writing studios. You guys can do that. You guys can definitely do that and just expand your horizons and get out of where you're at, cuz I'm being completely honest, like it's not good, and like the writing is on the wall. The writing is genuinely on the wall. Like the homelessness the homelessness epidemic was the first sign that y'all should have got up on out of there. And now this writer's strike, where you guys feel like you're not being paid enough, and some of you guys feel like you can't break into the industry and that nobody's taking a chance on you. Take a chance on yourself. Do what you want to do. Find and network with people. Shoot, you know what you can do right now? Get in this comment section and network with people. Okay, talk to somebody. Get into contact with people. Say, hey, my name is Sally Mae and I'm an artist. Or hey, my name is Joseph and I'm a video producer. And like find somebody in the comments and contact them that way. Or if you want to, you can even leave a link to like your YouTube channel or your Instagram or whatever. I don't care. Like I'm the biggest proponent of networking. If you ever feel like you like my stuff or you like my messages and you want to say like, you know what, this guy is pretty cool. I wonder if I can like leave a comment in his video. By all means you can. By all means you can, because I see potential. Okay, like I see you. You know how what they say on Avatar, like I see you. Well, you know what, people? I see you. I see y'all's potential. You guys can do anything. You guys can do everything. The sky's the limit. As long as you do the hard work, as long as you network, as long as you got the passion. I see your passion. Okay, go forth. Do what you want to do. Open your own business. Open your own firm. Open your own anything. And I know I'm saying like studios this and studios that, but that's just because I'm an animator and like I'm used to animation and media and stuff like that. But no, if you're a lawyer who's watching this, start your own law firm. Okay, if you've been applying to like different law firms and nobody wants to hire you and nobody sees the potential in you, start your own law firm. If you're a baker or a cook and you can't find any job, or if you suck in like fast food or whatever, start your own bakery, start your own restaurant. Okay, I know it takes capital, but that's why you network, that's why you talk to people, that's why you rely on word of mouth and networking and working with each other. Is it allows you to build up, it allows you to grow, and then you can work together and do things and move ahead, move forward, because that's what's needed right now. Is it if the industry is gatekeeping, if whatever industry isn't hiring you, then you need to contact people. Okay, they always say it's not just about what you know, it's about who you know. Well, you know what? Use your connections, use your network, and get your name out there, get your business out there, and who knows? Like I just got like 3 emails last week from people I've networked with and contacted with at my retail job. Like whenever I have the chance, like I hand out business cards, I share that I'm an animator, I share that I have all these different skills and aptitudes and like creative formats and stuff like that. And I've gotten contacts. I've gotten people who have emailed me. And even though those haven't borne the fruit I wanted to yet, that still shows that I have a skill set, I have an ability, I have something about me and around me that has potential and has shown potential. So I definitely say, and I definitely implore people to go your own way. Like you can make it, and it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult. You may have misgivings, but like just do your research and go your own way. If nobody is taking a chance on you, you need to take a chance on yourself. You need to do what's right for you. And that's really all that can be said or done now. Like you guys, you late millennials and early Gen Z folks born between 1995 and like 2002, 2003, where you're still in college or you just graduated and you're applying to 2,000 jobs, cuz I've been there. Like I've applied to over 2,000 jobs and I'm working in freaking retail. Like and you know what I'm doing? Like I'm still streaming, I'm still working on my art, I'm still doing what I can to get ahead and to push myself despite everything, despite even me wanting to quit. I mean, quitting is the easy part, but you have to remember that one day it's just gonna be us. Like let's just be honest, let's just be real about it. One day, like it's gonna be us who's in charge. It's gonna be us who are the old men and old women, and we'll be able to make decisions. And so, do you want to just sit there and let it rot, or do you want to have set, or do you want to like change the system, rework the system, not give in to all this stuff, and like have something? Cause that's what I want. Like, you need to have, and like this is gonna get very spiritual, but you need a mission in life. Okay, you need like a mission or a call to action or something. Like you need to see the potential and beauty in life, so that when you fight for it, that hope and that light can keep you alive. Because if I'm being completely honest, it is really going to keep you alive. It's gonna keep you hopeful. It's gonna keep you passionate. It's gonna keep you moving forward despite everything that you've been through and all the failure you've experienced. Is that hope, that vision for the future, like seeing the world become a better place. That is gonna keep you alive. And I know you want to quit like I do too. Like there have been moments and times where I've wanted to quit and I've wanted to give up and I've just said, you know what? There's no hope. I might as well like end it all, but there is hope. We just haven't found it yet. Like there's hope for everything and everyone. We just haven't. Nobody's just taken advantage of it yet. And no, you're not going to be the best. You may not be the most special or the most skilled. You're going to go through hardships and downtimes, but you have potential. Like, you have potential to grow, you have potential to develop. And again, you guys are not alone. There are people next door. There's an entire generation of us. And we have social media. We can definitely get into contact with each other. That's why that's why the internet, that's why building a platform for yourself is so important, is because it allows you to get your stuff out there, get your work out there. If you want to be, even if you want to be like a carpenter or a mechanic or anything like that, get your name out there. Have like a project car or two and like film videos of yourself like working on it, or like host live streams of you working on cars and vehicles. That would be awesome. That would be pretty cool. And actually, I'm going to look that up like right now to see if there's anybody having mechanic live streams. Like that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to look this up on YouTube. It's probably more popular on Twitch, but and you see right now what I am getting, all I'm getting, you see right now, all I'm getting are like video games of like mechanic simulators. But you guys can definitely, you see all the mechanics out there, you guys can definitely live stream yourself working on cars and changing oil filters and talking about like your process and talk about the issues of the car you're working on. That's an idea right there. Let me look up like home building or like carpenter live streams. I'm not seeing any live streams for carpenters. I'm not seeing anything about like people building houses or building furniture and like hosting live streams on that. All I see is like church and then like Sabrina Carpenter, and but no, like nobody building stuff live. Like there are many different facets and many different spheres that you guys can expand upon. It doesn't even have to be art or anything like being an influencer. Like you could have live streams or post videos on you building stuff and doing things. Like there is a place for what you guys want to do. There is a precedent for what you guys want to achieve. I kind of like these earlier streams because it allows me to work things up, I guess, and just sort of like work on things and brainstorm stuff to talk about and different ideas and topics. So I think before I went on my whole spiel about Hollywood and going for business and yourself and stuff like that, I was talking about my birthday and how I'm going to Wilmington, North Carolina, because that's where I was. Actually, yeah, that's where I was born, in Wilmington, and then my mom and my dad moved back to Raleigh, and that was a nice time. Um, but I was like a baby. Like I don't even have collective thoughts and memories about Wilmington. What else? What else? What else? Uh, Wilmington, my animations. Oh yes. So I'm gonna be out of town on the actual day of my birthday, which is August 15th. But like the day after, or like the day after that, I'm planning on hosting like a special live stream. Like I'll probably title it Road to 500 or Road to 1,000, where it's just gonna be me. Like I'll probably play a video game. I'll probably stream myself gaming, or I might stream a piece of art or something like that. And it's just gonna be working my way up to 500 subscribers and all those watch hours too. Hmm. Someone is calling me. I will be right back. I got a job interview over Zoom, which is pretty fantastic, pretty amazing. I'm getting out of retail, so anything better than where I'm at now is definitely good. Oh yes, right, my 500 subscriber thing. Um, I will be hosting a special like Road to 500 live stream. It'll probably be 3 hours long, which will be my longest stream ever up to this point, which is gonna be pretty nice, pretty cool. Like I've never really done a 3 hour stream. I don't really know what to do there. Like I guess I'll just keep my stream open and talk about whatever comes to mind, which is gonna be fun in its own right. Something seems to be wrong with my stream. It says YouTube. Something is wrong with my quality. I'll definitely have to look into it. I do have. You see, that's the strange thing is my internet is up right now. Well, speaking of internet, I haven't paid my phone bill yet. I probably shouldn't say that online though. Forget y'all heard that. Y'all didn't hear anything. Um, What is with my stream? My stream is just horrible. I think I'm having some issues or something with my stream. I don't know. And you know, that's the strangest thing is like I've never had issues with my Wi-Fi before, and I've never had issues with my computers in the past. I mean, now there have been moments and times where like my internet will time out, but like that's usually over Wi-Fi. But when it comes to like wired connections, this has never happened before. And now we are back to this whole issue with my pen. Shoot. Now I've been streaming for about an hour already. This is actually really good. I think I might start actually streaming a bit earlier. Actually, I do need to charge my phone real quick. Oh yeah, I guess I can spend this time going over Prism's design a bit more. So I wanted to go for like a neo police cop type design. So I ended up giving her like white short shorts and like a black leather jacket with like a white tank top. And then you have her horns, which the tips glow different colors depending on which form she's in. And as for her fighting style and her sort of magic system, I also went with sort of like investiture and sort of like ascension that you see in a lot of Far Eastern stories and religion about how people can like ascend to godhood through different meditations and through withholding themselves from certain earthly desires. But I do think I might look into a bit of Buddhism for her design as well, just to further push that Eastern inspiration. I might start my streams 15, 30 minutes earlier because this is pretty great. Like, this is pretty good. Even though I keep having like technical issues every few minutes, so I may want to be careful. Now, while I've been working on this, I've also been working on a comic off and on. So I have been working on this. Now, this is like very rough, and I know it looks terrible, but this is just me. Right now, I'm on page 5, and I've been working on different sketches. This is sort of like meant to be cover art. I quickly roughed something out here. And then this is the first page. This is the second. This is the third. And then this is the fourth. And so what I've been going through with my little prologue comic is I've been trying to set up and develop the world of Witches 13 and essentially what is going on, what is happening, and sort of the draw in and lead up to this big and fantastical world of just why the world fell and sort of the events and the coming days that went into the Cascade and the return of magic. And the prologue goes over how it was discovered, how scientists were able to predict it about 2 years in advance. They then went to the United Nations where there was a sort of seizure of power in the early 2000s in which the United Nations essentially consolidated all of its power, so the world sort of follows a world government in which the UN is divided into 7 leaders who control the 7 different continents, essentially. Even though Antarctica doesn't really have its own nation of people, rather, Antarctica is more like a, what's the word? It's more like a tie vote. Like the guy who's the head of Antarctica, he's mainly meant to be a tiebreaker for like certain policies and decisions and choices. This was also the moment when private companies were sort of enlisted and controlled in order to push several different mechanical, engineering, and scientific leaps and bounds, leading to the invention of spacecrafts, undersea civilizations, as well as underground bunkers on a massive scale. And while many people wanted to survive, there was, in fact, a group of people, not really a minority per se, but rather just a group of people that essentially thought that the world was going to end. It was a combination of religious people, religious individuals, as well as just doomers in general, who just wanted to go out with a bang. So that is when the end of the world party started happening, where people started living and indulging in decadence and different things like that. A lot of people partied, but there were people who just, stayed home and wanted to have like a final dinner with their families and stuff like that. And so the time of the cascade, when the meteors fell, there were those that fled, and then there was others that were caught in the crossfire. And now I am going to the page where it talks about ethos and the sort of magic element that gave people different powers, different magics, as well as mutated those who fell under direct exposure into like these fantasy races like elves and orcs and different creatures like that. So it's quite the expansive universe, and I'm very excited to see just where it goes. And my teaser trailer didn't get much success, but it's got 68 views and it's slowly growing. Like, there are people who check it out every once in a while. So for a proof of concept, if you want to see like my animating ability and different stuff like that, definitely check out the teaser trailer again, maybe twice. Leave a like and leave a comment on how I can like grow and develop my animation skills and stuff like that. Nothing too bad. But I'm still working, and I'm still trying and striving hard for my future. It's hard, but you got to keep pushing, especially at least until I get like a new job or whatever. So there's that. Anyway, I think I might call this session to a close. Actually, no, I'll go for like a few more minutes. I can go for a few more minutes. see right here. Now, I do have another idea for a show. Other than Witches 13, which is going to be like a really big one, I've also had this idea of like, what's it called? Midnight Pavilion. And so that's going to be a show about this special app that gives people magic powers. And it sort of created this society of influencers and different people like that who have access to this magic and who have the potential to be like really famous. But in order to become famous, they sort of have to sell their soul in order to do it. And it's definitely still in development because I haven't even thought of like special characters and like an overarching story yet, other than just the theme of the world, which is like this blend between chance, hope, and like desire for the future. Anyway, I think I'm gonna finish this frame and then I'm gonna call it for this stream. Like, I don't want to stream too long. You guys got an extra 30 minutes of me, so I'm not trying to keep you guys hostage, okay? Like, you guys need to go live your life, do what you want to do. Don't. You can't spend forever looking at me. Okay, I think that is it. I do apologize for the buffering and the intermittent, like, streams or whatever where my audio and stuff would cut out. I do apologize for that. That doesn't really happen often. I don't know if they're working in the area or maybe they're probably doing something. I have no idea, but I do apologize for whatever issues you guys may have been experiencing. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys like this, like, just had the time to chill out and enjoy some soothing voice work and just a nice chill session where you guys could take a few minutes to just reprieve and get yourself under wraps. Anyway, that's about it. Anyway, yeah, this has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. I also have a Patreon and a Buy Me a Coffee in the description below, as well as a Fiverr account, and please feel free to email me whenever you want to. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.